Hi, welcome to Strive.
I'm getting there. It's not Strive though. Hi, okay, here's your pause. Welcome to Nourish, everybody. This is our stretching and flexibility class. Please engage in these stretches as deeply as you feel comfortable. This is not about trying to do anything extreme or with discomfort or pain, but we do want to nudge into that tension and feel like we're making progress. A few of the times through the class, I'll be cueing through a static hold, just holding deep in the stretch. If that becomes too much for you, you go back to a float, whether it's a forward fold and then we're just holding, then you would go back to the float version of that and give yourself some ease, okay? But I'm going to leave that up to you individually to make that call for what you need today. So let's just start standing in the center of our mats, feet nice and parallel underneath the hips. Roll back the shoulders just nice and lightly and palms facing forward. Is your head forward? Let's bring it in alignment with the spine. Deep breath in, exhale, just ground down through the feet. Balance the weight between each foot. Spread the toes wide. Press each individual toe into the mat. Become aware of your feet and how they help you with balance and stability. Inhale, reach up, nice and tall. Exhale, lower the hands. Inhale, reach up, keep hands up, keep breathing normally. A little pull on one side, reaching the fingertips up, little pull on the other side, not really leaning into that, just getting that nice tension through the side body, and lower it down. Feeling a little tight in the low back today, so I'm going to just cue us through a nice little bit of a swing through here, just nice and gentle, coming through. Warming up the low spine with a little bit of a twist, letting the arms just wrap around. Can you get looser in the shoulders and let the arms just swing and swing? And come back to neutral. Let's go into our side bend. This is the side bend where not only do we come across, but we also do a wrap around. And so it's good for you to know that before, and you can be in the right position. So when I say wrap around, we're going to be bringing that elbow forward, looking at the mat. We're going to be bringing that elbow back, looking towards the sky. Okay, so let's just inhale, reach up, nice and tall. Grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Okay, and come into your side bend, draw yourself over to the side. Don't get too falling over on this. Let's press through the right foot, stabilize the low body, come back up. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale, tall. Exhale, come over. Keep breathing naturally and bring that elbow forward. Wrap that stretch around the rib cage. Let's swing that elbow up towards the ceiling, open up through the chest, big breath in, and let that go. Come back to neutral spine, swing through the arms, swing through the arms. One more time, and we'll go to the other side. Inhale, reach up, grab the right wrist and come into your side bend. Push through the left leg, and find your balance. Holding your breath. Inhale, reach. Exhale, come over. Bring the elbow forward, look down. Sweep the elbow back and up. Open up through the chest. Let the hand go. Neutralize your spine. And did we go forwards or backwards? We're going backwards. I don't remember. This feels like I already did it. Let's go the other direction. Going forwards. Big windmill arms, nice and loose.
Forward and back.
What? That's a new one. I think we used to do that a long time ago. It looks very familiar. We're going to our apple picking. Again, that nice loose. We want that kind of flex in the knees and the hips while we're doing this. There's an apple up above the head. We're reaching up. Pull it down. Other one. And go back and forth. Pull the hand down, pull, extend. Nice and loose. It's good for the shoulders. You can feel it on your side body all the way down to your hip bones. Just a really nice loosening up exercise. If you've been on the keyboards a lot, you just stand up and do this. That's not piano usually, I know. Come to a pause there. Just a little roll of the shoulders back without the arm movement. Sometimes when we do this, we hear little grindy pops in the shoulders as the muscles are gliding across each other. As long as it's not causing you pain, let's just smooth those out, go the other direction. Nice and slow. My shoulders used to be so noisy, other people could hear them, and it's gotten so much improved. We're gonna skip the shoulders and go to hands here. Okay, and this is something Kevin usually cues, but I'm gonna just stay with it, I think, right? Okay, so we're gonna just have elbows to side body and hands are facing up. And we're just going to be wiggling the fingers and flexing through all the finger joints. Nice and rapid. Feel that motion. Look down. Are you missing one of those guys that you're no? Oops, where did that go? No. Are you missing?
Turn your hand over and keep going.
If you're missing folding one up and bending one up, is what I meant. Other way. Kevin should be in charge of this one. And now we do it with the hands facing downwards, the palms facing down. We just do a little body check there to see. He's giving up. Let's pause. Okay, we're going to keep the thumb out of this next little action. This is just a nice little fold into the hand, fold into the wrists, and gently rolling back and forth over the base of the fingers here. And then take it the other direction. Flex the fingers back and just go into that flex. Nothing too extreme in the hands, but we want to pay attention. Okay, let's go to the other side. This is the folding, the duck died. Keep the thumb out because we don't want to be deep into that thumb base there. And then flex the fingertips up and back and roll across those. Dexterity is so important. And then finally, we're going to just actually take our hands out to the sides like this. Tuck the thumbs into the fists. Okay, tuck your thumbs in. So thumbs are up. You got your hands out. And it's just like this is a glass of water and we're just tipping it. Tipping and pouring. Do you feel that top line stretch? Bring it back. Tip and bring back. Just little muscle groups that we don't use often enough or don't pay attention to, and let that go, shake that out. Inhale wide into cactus arms, squeeze the shoulders together, palms are facing forward and fingers are spread really wide. Bring the hands together, press the forearms together. Inhale wide. Exhale, bring them to the front. Now let's just open the hands and put them towards the face. Press the blades of the hands together. Little press, little bit different engagement. Press hands together. One more time wide. Rotate through. Watch if you don't understand. And bring those palms underneath the elbows. Back up. One more time. Back up. And let that go. Just shake it out. All right, we're going to do our reach and swing here. This is great. It's a body invigorating motion that we do. It almost feels like an exercise, but it's so good for internal organs, for blood flow and oxygen. This is where we come into a squat. So let's just squat to start with, and then actually I'm going to move into one exercise, come back to that. This is just feet are nice and parallel. Do a check on that. Maybe you need to step further apart. That's up to you. Arms out, any amount, come down into a squat. And come back up. This is a straight up and down motion. Come down into your squat. And come back up.
My squatter is sore.
His squatter is sore. I don't need details. Okay, and come on down. And come back up. Okay, so the reach and swing, when we do that, we don't come into a forward fold. We come into a squat. Pay attention to that detail. Inhale up, the breath is really important. You exhale as you swing through. Inhale. And halt. We're gonna do 2. We're gonna do diagonal, but we swing through on the straight each way. Okay, we're gonna do those twice. Inhale, reach up, diagonal. Exhale, diagonal. Exhale. One more time. And come to a halt. That should have accelerated your heart a little bit. Good stuff. You're great. Okay, I'm gonna stay with those bigger body motions by doing some picking up of boxes and putting them away. Staying nice and parallel, we come into that squat and pick up a box knee height. Straighten up, turn, reach at shoulder height as far as you can without leaning. Next box, see if you can find the glide in that motion and that strength. This is functional fitness right here. You can tell the things you would do with this ability. It's not fun things, but necessary. Let's see if we can get down low. Pick it up, come all the way up, reach high on the diagonal. Down and up and reach. Last one. And we're going to the other side. Okay, into your squat. Make sure you don't look at the ground. It's not a real box. You don't even have to look at the box. And reach.
What?
Down. Looking is good because it actually turns your body. One more at knee height. That nice little squat, that extension, that straightening out. Low as you can go. Lift it up. High diagonal without leaning. Low as you can go. High diagonal. Do you remember the first time you did this? Are you making progress? There you go.
I'm feeling strive.
You're feeling the strive fatigue. We're going into our forward fold. We're going to do this seated as well. We're going to do our forward fold and work on those hamstrings and hip flexors. But for now, we're here. We're going to do it this way. Okay, this is where we start with a bent knee. You're just going to inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the knees, hands on thighs, and drop the shoulders. Hips are high. Don't be all curled up in your rib cage. Okay, pay attention to that. Straighten the legs any amount, flat tabletop back. Also often known as monkey pose in yoga. Bend the knees, drop the shoulders. Roll up to standing. Very careful not to be in a rib cage curl in your forward fold. Coming down as low as you can this time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Woo, I fell over backwards. Come on down into your forward fold. Hands on thighs or on the feet. Knees are bent. Draw your hands up to your shins, flat tabletop back. Legs are straight. Bend the knees down as low as you can. Lift it up to monkey pose. Last time down with the knees bent. Can you stay down there and straighten the legs? Draw the forehead towards the shins. Tailbone high. Take a breath. Bend the knees. Roll up to standing. Let's go to the shoulders. This is our biggest shoulder stretch of today. Make good choices for yourself. Okay, we're going to start with position of this where your hands are clasped behind you. I want to show you that if you have, thank you, Kevin's getting straps, because for him, his lats and stuff, he has a hard time grabbing his hands behind. But if you're into a rolled shoulder like this, it's going to be very difficult. You need to consciously wrap your shoulder blades back for this. Kevin will show back view of that. Okay, clasp the hands together, point the fingers down toward, point the fingers towards the floor, roll the shoulders back and push down towards the floor. You should feel a big stretch, front chest. Don't hold your, pinch your scapulas together. Breathe through this. Now release and relax. Strike down, release and relax. Now just clasping the hands, staying with that rolled forward. I'm going to go sideways. And we're going to go into, this is called the inverted eagle, okay? Roll the shoulders back, come into your forward fold any amount. It is an inverted eagle. This is seal pose. Sorry. Hands go up higher in a forward fold of any amount. Breathe through. Bend the knees, roll back up to standing. That's a big shoulder stretch. We have to have a counter stretch. That's the inverted eagle. That other one was called standing seal pose, which I don't understand, but that's the name. All right, so we're gonna just cross the hands over. Now we roll the shoulders forward. That's the counter stretch. Press the palms together. Breathe through that. Take note of which arm is in front of the other. Inhale wide. Other arm in front. And cross over, press the palms together. It should release a lot of the tension we created with that stretch and let that go. Feet nice and parallel. Okay, we're going to go into a bit of a runner's stretch here. So they're side by side, but it might not feel like it once we get going, because what we're going to do is bend a knee. Let's start with the right. Bend the right knee and shift back into the left hip. So this leg, this back leg, it's not really a back leg. The left side is straight, and the knee on the right foot brings us forward. Okay, just be in that stretch for a moment. Lift up, change. Other knee goes forward, and you shift back into that hip. Big stretch. Super good if you're hiking and biking to stop and do this stretch. Can we glide back and forth a little bit on this? If you're a single lady doing the Beyonce dance, it's really good for that. There we go. My peripheral vision from keeping track of what Kevin's up to, and come on, I don't know the dance either, but I know it's something like that. Okay, we're gonna do our quad stretch now. If doing a standing quad stretch is a little too much for you, all we need you to do is just flex in like a kickback jog, nice and slow. That's what you'll be doing right now instead, engaging the same muscles, okay? Holding the ankle, squeeze the heel to the hip. Knees are parallel, stand nice and straight. I use something to hold myself up because I just want to look after this stretch. Kevin does a balance pose at the same time. Nice and tall. Press the foot into the hand and resist. Now stop pressing and just squeeze. See how your heel gets a little closer after you've done the isometric stretch? That's what it's about. That's what they're for. Okay, bring the knee up to the chest. And again, if this is a lot for you, you just do a high knee lift. High knee lift. That's a special kind of plastic surgery called the high knee lift. Open the knee to the side. Woohoo! Fall on the decor, bring the knee back to center and put it down. Laughing or smiling while you're stretching is a hard combination. Other side. Kick it back. Whew, nice and tall. Press the foot into the hand. And then take that pressure out and just squeeze. Knee to chest, hug, open the hip. It's a hard balance. I'm surprised you can just stand there and do it. Bring the knee back to center and put that foot down. Just walk it out a little bit. Let's go to our figure eight. Most people are getting more familiar with this, but just in case somebody sees this video for the first time, I'm going to cue through this. Standing on the back left corner of your mat. Okay, you can make this, oh, we need space for this. We keep on clearing our gear out of the way so we don't trip. Okay, we're making a figure eight, so we're going from left side to right side of the mat. So it's just a simple figure eight, right? This is what we're doing. Very slowly doing this. It can be bigger than your mat. You have lots of space probably compared to what we do. So let's just start. Gaze is level, find the balance, find your posture, and start to walk without looking at your feet. On the diagonal corner, and turn, slow steps, balanced, not looking at the floor. No, long, slow steps. You can make this as big as you possibly can in your household. Finding your balance, come back to the back left corner and pause. Back left corner, looking at something on the left. I'm looking at this. It's about halfway through my journey. Okay, so get your gaze on that and you start to walk, and keep your gaze locked onto that spot. So your head is turning, and we crash into your friend, and you're forcing yourself to find balance and stability without looking at your feet. Last one.
I should stagger and start.
Yeah, and coming to the back right side now. Okay, let's get our posture right. So we're standing here. Let's just put hands to the side of the head. Pull back the elbows, align the head with the spine. There, good posture. Now walk without looking at your feet. No, not yet. We just do a figure eight.
Oh.
Slow figure eight. And then we add. First, we just start with just looking ahead instead of looking on the ground. Do you feel how hard your brain is working to manage your body? Last one, come to the back. We're on the back right corner. I got mixed up. What did I do wrong? Back right corner, look at something on the right. There we go. I ended in the wrong corner somehow. Look at something on the right, stay with that. Slow strides. An exercise for your brain and body, and come to a pause. Let's step the feet apart, nice and wide. And we're just going to go into our side lunge here. Are you ever going to stop? You're just having a great time? Feet are parallel. Make sure your toes aren't turned out. And how wide apart your feet are is your challenge, okay? So you make good choice there. Let's just come on over to one side, and that knee tracks forward, other leg extends long. There should be no pressure to the hands here. You should be able to hold just to know where you are and have somewhere to put your hands. Nice and light. Take a breath. Pay attention to that extended leg and the folded hip and the stretch you have. Press through, other side. Let's glide back and forth. Either you stay elevated or you come all the way down to the floor. That's your choice. Back and forth, your pace, working the hips. Come to center, straighten up. Whew, I'm wide. Toes in, heels in, toes in, heels in, toes in. Both feet do that, not just me. I'm a one-footed one for that one there. Okay, and then we're just going to do some hip circles. Stepping the feet to the edges of the mat. So you got a bit of a span between the legs there, and then we're just going to come into a nice soft hip circle. Soften the knees. Hips come forward to the side, pop the booty out, and you should feel the flex in your ankles, in your knees, and in your hips. But your head stays pretty much right in the middle. It is an isolated motion. Change direction. I'm going to do a time check to make sure I'm on track here for all the things we want to experience today. Okay, bring your feet back underneath you. And we're going to start with our scapular rotation. I thought that was what it's called, scapular rotation. Start the simple one. Okay, feet are underneath hips, palms are forward. Nice and wide. Turn the hands to face the back and sweep them behind the spine, any amount. Let's just swing through from palms forward to back of the hands against the spine. Going through that rotation as big as you can. And now we go to the strap, work on that. Okay, if you don't have a strap, you can just go through the rotation without it, that's fine. But strap is held nice and wide. So you almost are touching the top of your head as you lift it up, okay? As it gets easier, you can shorten the strap. I think I'm about here, but I'll know once I get going. Let's just put a little bit of tension in the strap, lift it up above the head, nudge into that final rotation, and come back down. Okay, that's our final rotation right there that we have to try to access. And some people will have it and some won't. Let's go through. Try to keep your arms straight and lower the arms down behind. Bring it back around. Okay, if all you can do is nudge and move out, that's where you're at with this. If you can shorten the strap because it's getting so easy and you're getting better mobility in the shoulders, that's amazing. Last one. And come back down. If your shoulders are a huge issue for you, I have had, up until about 5 years ago, I was almost completely debilitated in my shoulders. I couldn't sleep on my side. I was in constant meds and pain. And these things can be rehabilitated quite often. I thought it was hopeless, but here we are, much better. We're coming down to the mat for the rest of the class here. I just need some water. We're gonna be seated with our legs in front of us. Uh-oh. This is a modified version. It's also known as a regression. Come on down to seated. Feet extended long, but the knees are bent. A little bit of space between the feet. It's become my favorite thing when we come down to the mats to do a seated gentle row because it's a great all-body ease for the muscles and joints so that we can do other things afterwards. It's a good start to being in the seated position. So what we're going to do is just think of closing up a hinge. We don't curl up into a row. It doesn't look like that. Are you going sideways? Maybe? Okay. So we don't curl up into it like this. That's not it. Instead, we want that extension, that nice flat back like this. He's so good for that stuff. All right, so let's just reach out, grab and extend. Pull back, elbows come alongside the ribs, squeeze the elbows a little bit behind, and then come into that extension. Big breath in, exhale, come back. Low back issues, do not lean. If you're wanting low back strength and core strength, you put a little bit of a lean and a squeeze back here. But you can just be upright. Just protect what you need to and progress where you need to. Inhale out, exhale, come back. One more. All right. And now we're going to work on touching your toes, forward fold type actions, but seated instead of standing so we can gradually progress towards that. First, we bend the knees so that we can actually just lay our body on our thighs. That's how much we're bending the knees, wherever that is. Kevin is very, very flexible. We got a side view of this. So your knees might be quite a bit higher than his. That's okay. But the first thing we want to do is not be crumpled down. Inhale tall. Exhale, let's just drape over the legs. This is first one we just relax into. We tuck the chin, we roll the shoulders, and we just lay on the thighs. What you should feel is a bit of a stretch in your low back, but also an easing in that tension. Very little engagement in the hamstrings right now. Shoulders easing and rolling away. Come on up. Now we're not going to curl up like that again for this series of stretches. You're going to step the heels about an inch away from the body. Inhale tall. Exhale, come into your forward fold. Can you still lay down upon your thighs? If you can't, walk your heels back. You've gone too far. Come on up. Walk your heels out an inch or so if you still have more to go. Nice and tall. Exhale, lay it down. Come on up. Okay, we're going to keep on going, or you're going to float wherever you found that you needed to stop. Inhale tall. Exhale, come into your forward fold. Any amount. Don't curl up. Come on up. Let's get a hold of that strap and put a strap around the soles of the feet. Now, usually you can just put your strap around the sole of your feet. I'm going to put a loop on each foot because I have different legs. So I'm going to put a loop on each one, but that's not usually a thing you would have to do. Okay, so do like Kevin. Just take it around the sole of the feet there. And the feet are quite close together. Nice and tall. Reach forward, take a bind with the straps, elbows wide. Inhale tall, legs are straight. Come on forward. That's a big stretch, isn't it? Now I want to talk to you about this static stretch we're in right now, because most people will pull down until they're almost unable to bear the discomfort. That's not where we want to be in a static stretch. Instead, pull down and then back out about an inch. Lift the shoulders about an inch. That's where we're going to hold that static stretch, not deep in discomfort. If you're way up here, that's okay. That's your stretch. Just breathe through wherever you need to be, but not in the extremity of it. If you're headed to being an acrobat and a contortionist, sure, go for that. We just want progress, not pain. Come on up. Let's float it out a couple of times. Legs nice and straight. Inhale tall. Exhale forward. Come back up. Exhale forward. Last one. And forward. Put the strap aside. Don't think we need it anymore today. Let's put the opposite hand to knee here. Reach up with the right and come into a nice rotation and turn. Anchor that hand. There you go. It's on the sheet.
I'm trying to do reverse.
Oh, you're trying to figure out which.
Sideways.
Trying to figure out which. Then you just do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. That's why I said opposite hand to knee actually instead of an actual side. Let's nod the head. This is not tight in the neck, but let's get tall in the spine. Don't get crunky. That's a word I just made up.
Crunky.
Don't get crunky. Look forward. Come on to the front here. Opposite hand to knee. Reach up towards the sky and turn. Slow, deep breathing. Feel your low back. Release the tension. And come to the straight here. We're going to be on our hands and knees for just a moment here. Okay? Yeah, this is the only hands and knees thing we have today. It is a knee tuck to the forehead and a leg extension. If you do not prefer to be on your hands and knees, what you're going to be doing instead is anchoring and extending like this. Okay, I'm not going to be doing that at the same time, but you're going to take that knee tuck and that extension here. Okay, hands and knees, tabletop position. Yeah, let's do a couple of cat-cows too as well. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, nice flat back. Let's just tuck the tailbone, arch the spine, tuck the chin, cat. Sway the spine, lift the tailbone, heart comes forward. Deep breath in, exhale, arch. With the breath, the sway and the arch. The next time you do it, let's just think of tailbone only. Lift the tailbone, then drop the spine, heart comes forward. Tuck the tailbone, arch the back, push through the shoulders. Come back to neutral spine before we get all fatigued on that. And let's just take that right knee, squeeze it up to the chest and tuck the chin. And then extend the leg long, tuck the toes, and press back into the heel. That's foot is on the mat back there if you didn't hear that cue. Okay, knee comes up to chest, tuck the chin. One more time, extend the leg long, tuck the toes, press down. Take the pressure out of that back leg and any amount, lift the heel up and lower it down, put that knee down. Let's go to the other side. You don't have to rotate, I'm just doing that for view. Okay, so there we go. We're gonna just take that knee into the chest, tuck the chin. Extend the leg long, tuck the toes, and press into the heel. Nice back of the leg stretch. One more time. Squeeze and curl. Extend and press. Take the pressure out of that foot and lift the heel. And bring the knee down. Let's come around to seated on the mats. That's the only hands and knees thing we're doing today. Coming into cross-legged pose. Doesn't matter which shin is in front for this. Just tuck yourself in, find your seat bones, make sure you're nice and upright there. And let's just start with a nice torso circle here just to loosen up through the upper body and the hips. Just coming around, scoop the body forward to the side. Nice circles. Press through the feet, stable in the lower body, and change direction. All right, come to a pause. Let's take the right hand out to the side, just a bit of an anchor there. And left hand to the ear, elbow wide. Pull it back, open up, big breath in, then this elbow comes to the crease of the other elbow. It's kind of like thread the needle motion, but we're seated. Inhale wide. This is what seated people do while we do hands and knees. Thread the needle, bring it around. Feel that in your shoulder and your upper rib cage. One more time. And around. Come to neutral. And let's just come up and over with this hand. So we're going to reach it up tall, reach and extend, and then drop into a side bend any amount. Soft in the gaze, bent in the elbow. Breathe through and keep the seat bones down on the mat. You're too far if the seat bones are lifting. Come on back up. Were you holding your breath? Okay, let's rock back and change which shin is in front. Just change a little bit of the hips position while we go forward with this. Anchor the left, hand to the ear. And let's just inhale, open up through the chest. Exhale, bring it around, curl around. Try to take that elbow to the crease of the other elbow. Inhale wide. Exhale, bring it around. Last one. Come to gazing forward, lift the hand towards the sky and lower yourself into that side bend. Seat bones are down. Either your hand or your whole forearm is on the ground. And this elbow up here is nice and soft, just kind of a big arc. We're not really engaged in straightening the arm. And swing that around, come on down. All right, we're gonna be doing our sciatica nerve glide, laying down. Okay, it's pretty simple. I can cue you through it, but I'll show you quickly before you lay down. This is, both knees are bent. We pull the foot, the knee up to the chest. We've done things like this so many times, right? And then we extend the leg, but not to the full extreme of a stretch, okay? We just extend the leg. The knee is still a little bit bent even, and we just point and flex the toes, point and flex the toes. So we're working on the nerves that are running through the back of our leg and wrapping around our hip, low back here. And then we squeeze the knee to the chest. And we repeat that. So come on down to your back. Knees are bent, feet are on the floor. We'll just get situated first. Let's tuck the chin. And any amount, just kind of wrap the shoulders around. I want you to get used to that cue of shoulder blades getting a little bit tucked underneath you so that they're not arched forward like that. They're just curled and tucked. It's a really powerful place to be when you're on the mat. Press through the feet, tip the pelvis, lay the low spine down. Hug a knee to the chest. Don't lift up your chin when you do that. Just grab the back of the thigh for this, not the shin, and squeeze. Any amount, take the foot up towards the ceiling and keep a little bend in the knee. Point and flex the toes while you support with the hands. Point and flex, bend the knee, squeeze to chest. Straighten the leg, support the leg, point and flex, point and flex. Bend the knee, hug to the chest. Let's just do one more thing with this knee to the chest here. Let's just make some knee circles. We've got a good support with the other bent knee, and we just make some knee circles gliding through that hip. And the other direction. And put that foot down. Let's go to the other side. Keep in mind, if you're watching me for an example of this, Kevin has the flexi foot on this side and I do not. Hug the knee to the chest. Deep breath in, squeeze. Have you lifted up your chin? Oh, I should be holding the back of my thigh, not my shin, just so that it makes everything easier going forward. Foot goes up towards the ceiling, support the back of the leg, and flex the toes, point the toes. Flex and point, bend the knee and squeeze. Straighten out the leg almost completely straight. Support and flex and point the toes. Bend the knee one more time and make some circles in that hip on that side. And other direction. I think it's supine twist is next. Yeah. Come to a halt, both knees are bent and both feet are on the floor. We're headed for a supine twist. Okay, so let's just go back, hug the left knee into the chest. Extend the right leg long on the mat. Settle into that without arching up your back. Holding on to the left shin with the right hand, we're just going to draw that leg over to the right. Just a nice twist. Hip comes high and shoulders are anchored. You can extend your left arm out to really anchor those shoulders down. This is one of those places where we're going to hold for a minute. If it's too much, you need to back out of it. Breathing deep into that stretch and exhaling into the relaxation. If you want a little more out of this stretch, extend the leg long instead of knee bent. It becomes quite extreme, so make sure you make a good choice there. But if that's what you'd like and it feels right, that's available. If you're extended like that, bend that knee, bring it back, hug it back into place, and we're changing sides. Hug the right knee to the chest, left leg goes long. Hold on to the right knee with the left hand and just draw it across. Twist from the waist down. Lay the shoulders down. You should be gazing at the ceiling. Some people like to put a neck stretch in this, and they'll look at that other extended arm. Again, straightening the leg if you choose. Bend the knee, bring it back to center, hug it into place, and put the foot on the ground. We're headed for constructive rest. Most of you have done this with us before. Feet go out to the very edges of your mat. Knees are bent. And then you just let the knees come into the center until they rest against each other. So you have like an upside down V with your shins. Feet wide, knees together, a little flex in the hips. This is a great place. Often when I wake up first thing in the morning, my hips are really tight. I will actually lay in bed in this position for a few minutes, just trying to get the hips to loosen up a little bit. Lift up your hands and grab opposite elbows like a genie making a wish. And then just take those elbows over to one side and up and over to the other side. Might as well do something with the upper part of our body. It's just laying there. Glide and glide. You can probably feel your shoulder muscles all rippling underneath you. Your weight is giving it a little bit of a pressure massage. And come to a halt. Arms alongside the body. Extend the legs long. I'm going to talk you through a complete relaxation here. We don't do Shavasana. This is not a yoga class, but I want you to have that feeling of complete relaxation for the end of the class. Okay, so we're going to start at the toes. Feet are a nice distance apart. And you're just letting the feet drop out to the sides. Kind of loosen the ankles, just let them drop out to the sides. There. Legs straight. Let's make sure we're not all arched in our back. We can do that a couple of ways. We can press the belly button into the mat, or we can press through the heels and lift the pelvis and lay the spine down. Arms out at the side, just a bit of a space between the arm and the side body, palms up. Press through your elbows and lift your sternum, lift your chest, and lay back down. Hands relaxed, fingers curled. Tuck the chin, lengthen the back of the neck, relax the jaw, relax the expression. Deep breath in through the nose, nice and slow. Exhale through the mouth like a sigh. Inhale through the nose. Exhale like a sigh. Thank you for joining us and nourishing your body. I hope you have an amazing day. See you next time.